feel like if I stretch first, it's a little easier. Hey y'all, this is Sean from Hill Homestead. Happy New Year. Today, well, you probably already saw that we do fairly traditional things Southern California wise. So we did tamales on Christmas. So today I am starting to marinate Pollo Asado. Now here in the East, they don't know what that is. When we lived in Southern California, you know, we could just go down the carniceria and buy Pollo Asado. Well, so we've had to learn how to make our own. So I'm going to show you the recipe, how to make Pollo Asado. Here we go. I've got all the ingredients kind of laid out, but I'll put them together for you. I'm going to start really quick with this. I'm going to put 1/2 cup of olive oil in my pan back here. Got to remember how this thing works. There it goes. 1/2 cup going in, and I'm going to start heating that up. 1/2 cup of olive oil. I'll start heating that up because we want the olive oil to be hot. And of course, like Allie always says, she forgets a spoon. I forgot my bowl. I'll get that later. Then we're going to take the pestle and mortar. I'm going to put into here 2 tablespoons of garlic. It's going to be a teaspoon of cumin going in. A teaspoon of dried oregano. On this one, I don't like to use fresh oregano. I do on other recipes, but this one, the dried oregano does better. This is, I don't know that it's a secret ingredient, but it is kind of, I mean, it's what makes it. We use achiote powder. It's a 1/2 teaspoon of achiote powder. We buy it in these little packs. We buy a box of these little packs right here. Maybe I'll hold it up straight for you guys. Buy a box of these little packs, and they last quite a while because I only use a 1/2 teaspoon, and I only use it for this recipe. So that goes in there. And then what we're going to do, I put it in this porter missile. The reason why I do that is I'm going to mash it up into a paste. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll show you guys what it looks like here in a second. You can look in here. I really want to get that garlic kind of, it doesn't have to be mashed all the way. I mean, I cut it up pretty good to start. And for this recipe, if you want to use one of those garlic presses, it would probably work pretty well. Allie likes to use those for certain things. I like to cut my garlic, but that's just a preference thing. So, but I'm gonna mash that up into a paste. Oh, it's starting to come together. So you can kind of see what it looks like there. Just gonna finish that off real quick. And although I have this mostly memorized, I'm just gonna double check, make sure. Oh, I did miss something. I already know. I need to put in a teaspoon of salt, and I like to add just a little bit more. So I'd say a teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons is about right. So I'm gonna add that in there. And this is just a marinade. So it seems like a lot of salt, like if you're putting it on one dish, but this is gonna go on, I think we have today 9 chicken thighs. This recipe is really kind of for like 12 chicken thighs. Chicken thighs to me are more tender, better tasting. We have certain recipes that chicken breasts work perfectly. This one is definitely chicken thighs. When we get our chicken thighs, I take a while to trim them up. I have especially one son that does not like any kind of chewy piece, and even Allie, she doesn't do those because sometimes they get like, you know, a little vein in them or something. So I clean them up. As soon as we bring them home, take out the knife, I clean them up, make sure there's no little bone pieces, things like that. Take care of that. I'm going to turn my oven off real quick as this is heating up, let that just sit there for a second as I finish this up. But I clean them up. That's what we call it. We call it cleaning them up. But it's really just taking off some of the extra fat, not all of it, because you want some of it in there. Making sure there's not a little bone piece in there, because thighs from the grocery store or Sam's Club or Costco or anywhere, there's always like a little piece of bone in there or something. So I make sure that's all cleaned up so that when I go to cook, it's ready to go. So these are ready to go. I've got 9 thighs here. You can do up to 12. You could probably even do a little bit more. You'll see in just a second. But I put them in a gallon Ziploc bag, making the marinade. So let me grab a bowl really quick. I'll be right back to you. Go right over here. I prepared everything but the bowl. Okay, so I'm going to take this and get it in here. So I like to scrape this off here just to get all the little pieces. Oop. Get that in here so I don't take too much of your time here. That's in my bowl. Okay, so this is in the bowl. That's just the paste that we made. I'm going to pour the oil in here. Need my whisk. You can hear the sizzle. Start whisking. Now I know it seems weird to some people, maybe, when I say some people, I'm looking at Allie, but heating up the oil is actually kind of key here. So I'm just going to whisk that in for a minute. We're going to let that cool for just a second. While we're doing that, I have 1/3 cup of orange juice here. Allie bought orange juice for breakfast for New Year's. But I do like to use, and we like to make our own stuff, and we have oranges in there. We fresh squeeze orange juice as well. But in this case, I do like to use the frozen orange juice. I just use the Kroger brand, Minute Maid, whatever, because I like to make it kind of strong. So it's a 1/3 cup of orange juice. And I think the can says, I don't know, we never use it for orange juice. The can says to use like 3-to-1 water to orange juice, something like that. 4-to-1, 3 to, I don't remember. I just take a good spoonful of it and make it a little bit stronger. So it's a 1/3 cup of orange juice. To that, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of lime juice. Of course, I use fresh limes. That's the way to do it. Although I gotta tell you, I am kind of a sucker for that frozen limeade that they sell, that any market sells every once in a while. It's like a good summer drink, but that's not what this is. So, get that in there. Check our measurements, make sure I don't need another line. Oh, we're good to go. So I've let this cool just slightly, and I'm going to just stir in my orange juice and lime juice. Get that in there. Give it a good whisk. Make sure it's not too hot. Cool it down nicely. And I've already taken the thighs. Like I said, I've cleaned them up. They're in the gallon bag. And marinade going in. What I like to do with this, and if you do have a smaller family, our kids are coming over today, so we have more people to feed. But if it's just me and Allie and PJ, our youngest, if it's just us, then we usually do like 4 or 5 thighs, and I'll keep it in a quart bag, and I'll kind of half this recipe. But since we have enough people coming over, I did a full one. So I get the air out of there, and then I like to massage it just a little bit, just to get it going. This is going to go into the fridge for 6 to 12 hours. Today, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I usually do this about 6 o'clock in the morning. I find that if you try to do it the night before, it breaks down the chicken too much. So you really want to do it in the morning. But 6 hours is really enough to give it the flavor that it needs. And so I'm going to put this in the fridge, let it start cooling down, and I'll come by as I walk by every couple hours. I'll flip it around, massage it a little bit, and kind of keep it going. this will thicken up a little bit. And when this is done, we're going to show you guys how we cue this up on the barbecue and how we serve it. Thank you very much for watching Sean without Allie. That's weird. Thanks, guys. Hey, y'all. It's been a couple of hours since I marinated the chicken, so I just want to do a quick check-in. I've got it in the fridge, in that Ziploc that I did. So I like to take it out, and oh man, you can already feel, you can kind of see that it's thickening up.
Can you feel
it? Am I too close?
No, you're fine.
Oh, no, you can kind of feel it. You can feel that it's thickened up. When I first put it in, it was like really liquidy. Yeah. But I do like to, with the chicken thighs, you don't have to like thaw them too much. Massage them too much. You do have to thaw them, by the way. I'm running myself a valley. What is he thinking? What is he doing now?
Oh, let's be real, y'all. Words are hard.
Words are hard. It's a new year. I told myself I'd be better. It's not starting off so well. Okay. I just like that. If I do that, it just moves the liquid around to get coverage over the thighs. The thighs have good, what's the word?
Fineness.
What is it?
Fineness.
No, they have good, you don't have to like cut them up, surface area. They already have good surface area, so you don't need to cut them down at all. And so I'm just trying to get that over that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to twist it up just a little bit because that's what I have this time.
Do not butterfly your thighs.
I'm going to put it in here back the other way that I do. Anyways, that's going to sit for a little while longer, and then we'll show you when we barbecue them up. Thank you, guys.
Hey, y'all. It's dinner time.
Oh, hey, everybody. So we're doing Pollo Asado tonight, and one of the things we're doing with it is barbecue corn. Now, I have been around the country a bit here and there, but don't know if everybody does this, but once again, we're doing this kind of Southern California Pollo Asado thing that we're talking about. Barbecue corn, we call it Mexican street corn, is very popular. When we'd actually have it for dinner. When Garrett, say hi, Garrett. Hello. Garrett's here tonight. When Garrett was in soccer, the little corn cart would come by every night at soccer practice, and that was our dinner. You put mayonnaise over it and chili powder, or if you wanted to, butter and salt and pepper like we all do. But anyways, so what I've done is I've just soaked it.
And it was $1, and they sold it out of an ice chest, which keeps corn really, really hot if you're doing a summer barbecue.
So, that's true. So what I'm doing is I'm just, I'm taking off I want to leave some of the side on, some of the husk part on here. So I'm cracking some of the top here. Otherwise, when I do get it on the barbecue, which we'll get going here in just a second, it likes to flame up. But this part can come off now. So, I leave a little bit of the husk on just so the kernels don't get too much. So I'm soaking this now, and we're going to go put it on the barbecue and show you that. And we'll get
That's what it looks like. The end is just not such a long stem, and then these tops but leave it all intact. That's how you steam it in there.
Yeah, and like this one's a little bit shorter stem, so I'll leave that one on there. But we'll go get this on the queue with, and then we'll follow it up. Well, I'll show you how we do it, and then we'll get the Pollo Asado on as well. Thank you very much.
All right, we're outside. It's getting dark, and it's actually cold tonight. Cold for Georgia, at least. Sean put our corn on here, I don't know, how many minutes ago?
Would you start a fire on my barbecue?
I so did.
So I soaked the corn for about 30 minutes, and the husks, they burn. And Allie she's never done this before.
What are you talking about?
Get out of the way.
I nailed it. It's out.
It's right over here. Thank you. You talk, I'll work.
So, our barbecue died a couple weeks ago. And so, in looking for a new barbecue, I didn't want to have to go to a store to get one. So, I found one on Amazon that delivered to our driveway. It came with a cover, and it's really pretty. Because, pretty matters, right? So, we got this barbecue. What I like about it is it has a side burner, which we use quite often. It delivered to my door. It has a sear zone, so we did steaks on it a couple days ago, and it seared them up really, really well. And it's pretty. Just kidding. I was never gonna say that. So Sean's putting our chicken on. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, we're getting hungry here at the
Yeah.
house, and we got kids over, so I'm
So
trying to work in the background here.
I thought about it after I was like kind of watching Sean make his recipe, and I was like, we didn't really tell you what Pollo Asado tastes like. Pollo Asado is kind of a citrusy, cuminy, kind of a Mexican-y flavor overall, I would say.
I'm reaching that pocket right there.
He always has a paper towel in his pocket all the time. It's from his dad. Anyways, we got this grill from a company called Monument Grills. It's the Mesa series. You can get it on Amazon. It comes with a cover. I will link it below if you guys need a new grill in your life. It was really easy to put together. It took us less than an hour, and you can see your food cooking in there. It's really pretty. Did I mention it's pretty?
It's been awesome. I've used it. It's like my 4th time using it so far, 4th or 5th. But yeah, I've so far really enjoying it.
So far, good grill. So if you're in the if you need a grill, check out Monument.
My last one died, so
yeah. But anyways,
nice timing.
our chicken is going. Our corn, like Sean said, you just turn it every 5 minutes for about how long? Half hour, 40 minutes?
But a half hour for sure. That gets the corn going. And we're just going to grill it up, heats it up all the way. I do like to leave the, as I'm doing it, sometimes I'll leave the cover closed. Depends on the day. This time I'm kind of, when you leave it closed, it's more like an oven. I don't know, whatever.
Well, it's cold outside, so it helps it
Yeah.
get a little bit warmer, too.
Yeah, but when it's open, it keeps me warm.
That's true. Anyways, I'm going to go inside. We're making some...
But I have you to keep me warm tonight. So.
Oh, that's true, lover. Oh, are your hands chickeny? I don't care.
No, I had a paper towel in my pocket.
Oh, that's... I'm going to go inside and get our toppings for our corn ready, and...
We'll show you the plate when we plate it up and what toppings we put on our corn.
Rice and beans. We're making rice and beans.
Rice and beans, yeah.
But yeah, anyways. Continue cooking, my lover.
I'm going to stand here and do that. And there I go. There we go, right there. Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, go, Pat, go.
Oh, well, I hope so, but yeah.
Oh! That is not a good sign.
Looks like they're failed from last weekend. I won't say this on video, but one thing I can tell you is...
start. He's not going to say this on video.
I'm not going to say this on video because I think it would be inappropriate, but you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you so much.
And I just wanted to come in and tell you that.
Hi. Snoopy thinks so, too.
See you guys later.
So, we did our Azure order, and I bought these La Preferita organic refried beans to try. We got the regular, and we got the black refried beans. These are good, but the black beans are better. So if you're in the market for like a refried bean, they're actually pretty good. And they were like $2 a can. They're not terrible. So I do those in a pan. I add a little bit of cumin and a little bit of cheese. And then we have some of our rice going over here. We call this Herdez rice. It's on our channel. It just uses a little can of Herdez and rice. It's pretty easy. And then I'm working on some accoutrement to put on our tacos while Sean's fishing up out there. I'm also gonna, we have some tortillas. We found some clean tortillas locally that don't have preservatives or anything like that. And so I'm gonna cook those up on a little grill while he's out there. But that's it. That's what I'm doing. Ooh, here's our final chicken. Just came off the barbecue. Yeah. Sean's gonna cut it up into like bite-sized pieces and then put it in one of our Pyrex.
Slice
and
it up
we'll
real
show
quick
you,
and keep it warm. Just came off the barbecue. And
that's it.
then we'll start making tacos.
Yeah.
Let the poor man get some food.
All right. This is our...
There you go.
We're hungry. But this is our final... This is our roasted corn. We put mayonnaise on it and some chili powder, Parmesan cheese. I don't know what else Sean put on it. We just take the husk off. And then our little tacos, which are... You just put whatever accoutrement on it. And then we just did some corn tortillas, rice and beans. That's it, you guys. That's our dinner for tonight. We'll have the recipe below. If you hit the description button, it'll drop down and have the corn, the time for the corn, and the chicken. Thank you for watching, you guys. Appreciate it.